Dear students, welcome to today's class. Here is the assignment we'll be solving as a part of this week's assignments. So we'll be creating a Twitter analysis dashboard and where the KPIs will be solving for will be the Twitter count, impressions, engagement rate, media views, media engagement, as well as top 10 tweets by topic and by weekdays. And there are places where we'll be using the DAX data analysis expression as well. So here's the information I have provided within our Canvas page. I'll be talking about this shortly and this as well. But yeah, the data to be used for creating this today's dashboard is provided over here. So please download this data file. I'll be updating the video link shortly as soon as this is completed. Here is a logo that I request you all to download. So just right click on here, say copy or save image as, and save it in a folder where you can access and upload within your dashboard towards the end. And yeah, the most exciting part, this is the screenshot of the final product you will be building. So we start with the title, your logo over here, your filter. Currently you are seeing the data for the month of October. And these are the KPIs. Yeah, so tweet count for the month of October, average impressions, average engagement rate, and media engagements. Yeah, so these are the four numerical KPIs. I have used the dark bold black color for these, and this is the related behavior for the same. Let me pull the actual dashboard. Yeah, so this is the related behavior for the tweet count. Yeah, for this, and here you are seeing, yeah, again for the month of October. So again, when I hover my mouse on the first day of October, the total count of tweets were 19. And the next day was 5, and maybe on this day, October 6, it was highest, 44, and so on. Same is the case with average impressions. Yeah, started with low, that is average was 399 impressions. And on October 2nd was the highest, 1025 number of impressions. And yeah, this is the behavior for the entire month. And here are the average engagement rates. So we started with low, then on 2nd of October, it has 5.96% and so on. And it looks like last day it was highest, which is 6.59%. And then media engagement. Yeah, so it looks like this has a wavy pattern in the month of October. So it starts with a low, which is 2.95 on October 1st, followed by 35.6, which is extremely high on October 2nd, and then it's being choppy, yeah, highs and lows. But again, it is what it is based on the data we have gathered. And here is the next KPI, which is the top 10 tweets by URL clicks. So again, you can see we are using this clustered horizontal bar chart, and here are the top 10, and here are the counts of the top. The top, yeah, looks like we are using the Pareto principle, highest at the top and least on the bottom, 10. The next visual is tweet count by weekday. So it looks like, yeah, on Tuesday it had, in the month of October, Tuesday had the highest, which is 57, then Sunday 48, then Monday 28, and so on. Thursday had the least. And here is the final KPI for media views versus media engagement. So it looks like, yeah, and this is based on day. Yeah, looks like maybe on a monthly basis. This is on the first day of the month and so on. Maybe there were some days there were none media views and no media engagement. Looks like on the month of October there is this on this day, day 6, has the significantly highest, which is 2,300 on this day, 2278, and here we have the actual media engagements, which is almost 1400, 1391 to be specific, and so on. So this is the one we'll be building for today's assignment. Something more, let's study the data. So yeah, so opening the data file, so this is the social media.csv file I have provided. So remember, it's a CSV file. So when you upload in your Power BI, make sure you select text/CSV when you are loading the file type. And again, it has been clearly shown in the video. So opening it for now. Excellent. Yeah, so this is the data file that opens up. Looks like, yeah, there are several columns and there are multiple rows, vertical rows. So let's check the limits. The very first thing. So I'm selecting the cell A1 And on my keyboard, I'm selecting Control Shift right. Yeah, it will show me all the different headers I have, or count of all the headers. So it looks like I have 21 different headers. And for this analysis purpose, maybe I won't be using all these headers, but these are the common headers you usually get if you download your usage data from your Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or any other social media account. So yeah, these are the total count of the columns or the headers, and I'm going vertically down. Yeah, so I'm selecting Control Shift down arrow. So yeah, looks like I have 1182, almost 1200 rows. 1182 minus 1, so like yeah, 1181 number of rows. So tweets, yeah. So this is good to know information. So vertically almost 1200 and horizontally 21 number of columns I have. Awesome. Yeah. So now let's me make it much more presentable so that I can read. Awesome. When I made this bigger, looks like the very first column that with the header tweet looks like it's a long statement. So it's a tweet. Yeah. Looks like this is a text format of data. That is good to know. So again, I am applying this data filter on the very first the row. Then going to my view, and I'm going to freeze the top row. And yeah, let me center it. Awesome. Great. Yeah, so my very first column is tweet. Maybe let me make it bold as well. Tweet. And it looks like, yeah, these are the long sentences, statements, tweet. So this is text type of data. The next is my ID. Maybe this is the tweet ID. Twitter automatically assigned a specific ID to each other tweet. So it looks like this is the ID. The next one is time. Yeah, the title says time, but when I look individually, looks like it starts with year dash month dash date, and then there is a space, and then there is a time at which the certain specific tweet was tweeted, and then there is plus 0000. Maybe this is the format with lots of errors already yeah, downloaded from the as is file. But yeah, it is what it is. So again, it is telling me time, but when I closely look into it, doesn't look like it is only time. It has date, time, and something called as plus 0000. So this is those extra pieces. Then the next one is their impression. So it looks like for a specific each tweet, these are the number of impressions of people they quickly viewed through it. So that's the impression of the post. Then there is engagement. Maybe among those 365, maybe 4 of them replied to your tweets. That's your engagement. And again, this is the engagement ratio. So I'm sure this is this number divided by this. So yeah, we already got this engagement rate, engagement rate over here. And yeah, it looks like this is a ratio. It's a fraction, 0.0 something. And then the next one is your retweet. Maybe most of them are zeros. I can see some ones over here. Yeah, let's apply this. So, oh, in fact, there are not only there are the retweets only 0 and 1s, but there are few as high as 400. So that's your range, yeah, 400 and zeros, and there are few blanks as well. Then there are replies as well. So starting with 0 to 483. Awesome. Yeah, this is good to know. Then there are likes here ranging from 0. Looks like there is a fraction. I don't know how fraction can happen. Maybe that's a typo, or maybe that's an error when the data file was downloaded. But yeah, minimum is 0, maximum is 2487, so almost 2500. Then there is a user profile correct. So again, it starts with 0. I think this is an error. And then there is a high as 641. Then there is a URL click. Yeah, 0 to 428. Then there is a hashtag click 0 to 41. Then there is a detail expands 0 to 4024. Then there is a permalink click 0 and 1. Maybe it's a binary. Then there is an app open. Yeah, 0 to 2. Sorry. Then there is an app opens, which is 0 to 2, and then there is an app installs. There is 0 and 1. Maybe it's a binary. Then there is a follow. So maybe some users followed. Looks like in this case it's 0. And there is email the tweet. Maybe some of them were important enough, so some people emailed it. So as low as 0 and as high as 1341, and in between these numbers. Then there is a dial phone. Looks like it's ranging from 0 to 381. Yeah, marching towards the end. Then there is a media views. maybe there were media personnel, maybe there were some political views and so on. So media got interested in it. So yeah, the least being 0 and the highest being 46,000. Wow, that's huge. But again, that looks like an outlier. I mean, one huge, maybe only for one or few of them. Yeah, other least, the second least, second highest is 1552. And yeah, looks like there are some with highest. And finally with the media engagement. Yeah, so this is media view and media engagement. So as low as 0 and as high as again 46,008. Yeah, so 46,489. So that's good to know. So now we kind of looked at each of these headers and checked the ranges. Yeah, what is the minimum, maximum? Yeah, I don't think we looked here. So yeah, looks like these are individual, like text only. Then the next one are your IDs. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I don't see any blanks or any zeros. So that's a good thing to know. Time wise, well, again, technically, as we saw, I already see an issue over here. It says time, but when I look into the detail, the format is date, sorry, year, month, date, space, time, which is what this title is, and then plus 0000. And when I expand this, oh, looks like there are unique formats also. There are some 3s, numbers, 4s, numbers. Most of them are this with this, and there is something called as kind and white. I'm very sure those are typos or some issues. So let me select them. And again, these are the critical things that always raise my curiosity. So I'm selecting these unique ones, not the ones which I already identified the right format, which is year, month, date, time, space plus 0000, and towards the end, which is this and this. Oh, awesome. So among all the 1200 or so data points, there are only a few handful of these. So I'm very sure these are typos or some kind of errors which has been downloaded. But when I look the other data, tweet, this looks like real. ID looks like real. Impressions looks like fractional. I don't know how fractions can happen. But maybe I'll take it yes for now, good for now. Then there is engagement and then there is a ratio and so on. But this definitely is an error. So this time I'm not going to fix these errors in this Excel format of CSV. I'm still going to show you how to upload this file within this error. So I'm going to clear. So again, this is a filter applied. I'm going to go to data and say clear all my filters. And I definitely know there are errors over here. So let's go ahead and still open a new Power BI window, load this data and load this data that has errors. Let's start building our visuals. And after building 1, 2, or 3 visuals, I will show you how to take care of these issues. The number one is a formatting issue. So within this, I will say table view. While you have built some visuals, go back to table view. How to segregate this this column over here that says time into two separate columns. Yeah, first one is your date, that will have your year, month, and actual date. Then into your time, and then into everything that has this plus and beyond. So we'll be segregating these into 3 separate columns. And I think this plus and beyond is just a formatting issue. It's a waste. So we'll be deleting this within your table view. But we'll be using something, the date as well as time for your analysis. So I'll show you how to use that. Yeah. And towards the end, we will also create a separate column called as weekday. So based on whatever day this was, we'll be creating a weekday while more than half of your dashboard has been created. So we'll be adding a weekday using DAX command. I'll be showing it here. And again, this is a real life situation. Oftentimes when you are building or doing some advanced analytics, you might run into situations where you have already built a lot of your dashboard and then you realize some things need to change. So again, you don't have to delete everything you have done. You can always modify, and that's one of the important thing we will be learning out of this. So I will go ahead and close this. I'm not going to save anything. I already know there are issues within this important column as well as few more, but I'm still going to go ahead and load it. Yeah, so this is it for now. Next, let's start opening with a Power BI window, new one. So I'm going to close this. So let's see what Twitter as a company is. Yeah. So again, before we build a dashboard for some company, I think it's important for us to learn and understand what we are doing, what company it is. So again, I pulled the Wikipedia page for Twitter, and this is what I'm seeing. So Twitter, currently officially known as X, since July 2023, when it was purchased by different management. So it is a social networking service. It is one of the world's largest social media website and one of the most visited websites. Users can share short text messages, images, and videos in short posts, commonly known as tweets or retweets, officially called as post or repost in general terms, and likes other users' content. The platform is also includes direct messaging, video and audio calling, bookmarks, list, communities, chat box or job search or spaces, and yeah, whatnot, many other things. And again, here is some more information. So formerly it was a Twitter, currently it's a X company after July 2023. Multi-language available. It's a type, the core category is social networking service. Formed in 2006, so fairly newer company if you look at the modern, the modern like stock market analysis and so on, although it's no more listed in the stock market after it got purchased in 2023. Prior it was, yeah, so again it was formed on 2006 March 21, 18 years ago in SFO, California, the Bay Area, Silicon Valley. Area served worldwide. Owner is Odeo, again from this to this time period, and it was Obvious Corporation from 2006 to 2007. Then it was purchased by Twitter Inc., officially known as Twitter Inc. From 2007 until 2023, and then it's known as X Corp since 2023 to present. Founders were these guys, and current chairman is Elon Musk. CEO is Linda Yaccarino, and so on. So again, this is basic information. Let's see the importance of social media analytics. Yeah, again, this is from different website. So again, social media analytics is the ability to gather and find meaning in data gathered from social channels to support business decisions and measures measure the performance of actions based on those decisions through social media. So again, practitioners use it to show many websites, channels, and again the leaders are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit, and so many others. And again, why this social media analytics is important? Yeah, so again, it's important to spot the trends related to offerings and brands. Definitely good for advertising type of business. Then understand the conversations, where what is being said and how it is being received. Derive customer sentiments, very important, towards the product or service. Gauge the response to social media and other communications. Again, good for advertising again. That's where the major revenues are generated. Then identify high value features and products and services, uncover what the competitors are saying and its effectiveness, map how third-party partners and channels may affect performance. And here are a few more tips, with respect to product development, how it is useful, customer experience, how it is useful, competitive analysis, and operational efficiency, and so on. Yeah, this is much more detailed, and again some of them is covered within our today's dashboard, and some of them I'll try to cover within the next dashboard, which is coming in a day or two. It will be more of a LinkedIn dashboard, LinkedIn analysis dashboard. So yeah, this is some more information about why social media analytics is important. And this is some more here. And on top of it, I have copy pasted this exact specific link, search I did on chat using ChatGPT about importance of social media analytics like Twitter. And within like 40 seconds, ChatGPT gave me this very important analysis, very systematically laid down. So it is, so it's telling me why it is important, like especially for Twitter, is understanding the audience behavior with respect to demographic insights, engagement metrics, then tracking brand sentiments, monitoring trends and competitors, measuring campaign effectiveness, customer service and crisis management, influencers and partner identification, content strategy optimization, return on investment and business decisions, and cultural and customer insights. Yeah, so again, I have copy pasted this exact link within our assignment. So yeah, that piece is also available for you. Here is the one. So please read and understand. Yeah, just giving you some background about why this analysis is important. And I know there is a demand from like one of the student is, I think, either working or planning to work on a social media type of majors. And that's why these two assignments have been created to support students' efforts. So yeah, this is the first one, Twitter analysis. The second one will be LinkedIn analysis dashboard. But more or less, yeah, I mean, this is the type of analysis you'll be doing. Yeah, but and again, each company is different. Each company's job function is different. So depending upon your job function, your boss might ask you to use some of these KPIs that I have presented, or maybe you can use your own. But again, this will be the standard approach, standard method you will be using. Yeah, so that's the key thing. Yeah, so just wanted to review this key information about Twitter. Now let's move forward with our actual dashboard creation. Next, I request you all to open a new Power BI app. It will take a few seconds. Awesome. Now let's go to the blank report option. We have seen that our current file type is a .csv. So I'm going to expand this get data and go to the text/csv. And let's select this file. Let's load this. So I'm going to say open. It will take a few seconds, and then a Power Query Editor window like this will appear. And we have already discussed that we know that there are issues with this time. Ideally, this is a date. You see the first part is a date, then there is a time, and then there is a plus 0000. So there are issues within them, which we will be solving later on. We'll fix them later on. And again, this is a learning lessons for all of you. Which means that you can get any CSV file from any social media account, your social media or your company, if you have a job like that, and so on. And you can analyze it and you can start building your visual. And once you are in between, maybe if you have added 2, 3, 4 number of visuals, and then you realize that there are issues. Technically, if you don't know this, how to work this out, load, transform the data in between, you might think that you have to recreate everything, delete everything, create everything, which is not the case. So in today's assignment, we are going to load this faulty data as is, start building our visual, and then in between, I will show you how to fix this issue, yeah, how to transform the data in between. So that is the key learning experience for today. So with that said, let me load it as is, even though I know there are issues. Yeah. So I'm going to load the data file. Again, it will take few seconds to do the right connections loading. Done. Yeah. Again, now it will, yeah, show this, yeah, within this data pane, show this sheet that says social media, which is correct. So awesome. This step completed. Now let's start. I'm going to change this name to say Twitter analysis, TWITTER dashboard. Awesome. So yeah, this is created, and let's go ahead and save this file as well. Let's have this habit of frequently saving this file. So again, save as. I'm going to the same folder and I'm going to name it as Twitter. And let's have a standard practice of adding Power BI, COWER dash, and the name Twitter analysis dashboard. This looks great. So I'm going to hit save. Excellent. Awesome. The saving has been applied. With that said, let's start building. Yeah. So the very first, let's keep it simple. Let's add a text box. That is a header. So in a text box like this appears, I'm going to make it wider and shorter. Eyeball it, and I'm going to select inside and say select all on my, so Control A on my keyboard. I'm going to make this 36 and let's name it. I'm going to name it as the same one that we typed in over here, Twitter analysis dashboard. Twitter analysis dashboard. Excellent. I'm going to select all again. I'm going to make it bolder. And for the color, yeah, so again, I will bring this page over here. So again, within Google, I just typed Twitter blue color code, and it is giving me there are 2 color codes which are most common for Twitter. And again, for you, you can select either of these. You will get full points. Do not worry. For me, since this is the first one, I'm going to select this. So I'm just going to select, say, Control C to move this window to my other screen. And then while this whole thing is selected, I'm going to make this bigger font color menu, go to more colors, and within this hex, I'm going to type in Control V. Awesome. Looks like the effect has been applied. So I'm going to click outside. Awesome. Yeah. So that's the Twitter blue color. Next part is in the second pane that says format text box. I'm going to expand this effects. For the background color, I'm going to use the very first gray that says white 10% darker. Awesome. And for transparency, I'm going to use 60%. And for you, feel free to use any one of your choice. You can use 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I won't be directing any point. But again, this is something I'm picking 60%. That's it. Yeah, it has been applied. So let's go ahead and save this. Now the next next visual, I'm going to add a slicer, yeah, so that we can have the slicer that is filtered for months and yeah, more. So I'm going to add a slicer called as, yeah, this one. So when I click that, yeah, window, slicer window, appears, visual appears over here. I'm going to shrink it somewhere over here. And then I'm going to expand the social media and I'm going to go to this time. Yeah. So technically, I should see a drill down for time based on, yeah, the year, quarter, month, day, and time, and so on, which I'm not seeing over here. Why? Because we have already seen when we were looking at the data, we already saw that there are issues with the data type. Now, again, if in future, if you are working on like a very professional dashboard for your work, and if you are in between almost completed your dashboard and then you realize, oh, there is a mistake, I need to change or transform, maybe you are at a risk, and again you don't have to recreate everything. So let's see how to fix that. Yeah, so again I'm going to keep all this over here. Then I'm going to go to this tab, the main tab, and within that there is this query sub tab. Within query there is something called as transform data. It's the same thing. So I'm going to select transform data. Yeah, Power Query Editor window like this appears, and this is exactly the same that you know, if we had selected transform data when we are loading the data. So the very first is tweet. Let's focus on the main issue area. So we know that this is the problem. So this has, you know, this will confuse your Power BI as well as Excel as well, because this column has date 2024, 6 and 30 as well as time, and this something called a plus 0000. So this will confuse, and that's the exact thing happening within our data pane. So for that, I'm going to select this, and I'm so within my home, there is something called as transform, and I'm going to split the column over here. Yeah, so just watch. One more thing to watch before splitting the column is, you see the data type, the Power Query Editor auto-identified as text, yeah, because it is confused. Although these are all the numbers, it got confused because it's a mix of so many things. So it is telling that it is identifying this data type as a text, which I can change it to date, time as well. But again, it's not going to help because it's a lot of mix-up. Yeah. So for that, I'm going to select this entire time, and then go to split option, and I'm going to select split by delimiter. Why delimiter? Because if I quickly study the structure of this confused type of data column, you see there is a date, then there is a space, then there is a time, then there is a space and plus. Yeah. So this plus, I can see it's all across for entire data set. So I'm going to use that plus as a separator, that is the delimiter. Expand this by delimiter. And a window like this appears. So again, split column by delimiter, select or enter. I'm going to keep it, yeah, custom, because again that list column, I mean, these are not the standard. That plus is not, doesn't look like it's a standard delimiter that will we expect. So I'm going to select custom, and here I'm going to use the sign plus, and I can use each occurrence or delimiter, or let me go systematic, say leftmost delimiter. Yeah. So again, yeah. So starting from first, as soon as it sees a plus, it is going to separate it out. It's going to split the column. So that's what it sees over here. So I'm going to select split at leftmost delimiter, and my delimiter is a plus. So I'm going to click OK, and let's see what happens. Excellent. Yeah. So you see this Power Query Editor has split this column into two. Yeah, time.1 and time.2. Yeah. So again, you can see now this is date and time, and the second one is, it was plus was a delimiter. 0000 has been split. Yeah. So I definitely know this is not adding any kind of value, and again I'm not going to use this time.2, that are these zeros, in any kind of future analysis. So I'm just going to right click over here and remove it, or I can click this. Yeah, select this and say remove column. It will remove. Yeah. So that's the first step completed. Next, I'm going to still separate it out. I'm going to separate it out into time as well. So select this, or maybe let me play around. Yeah, again, I'm just playing around. So again, it is still telling that this is identifying it as a text. So let's see what if I say date and time. Awesome. But again, it did try to convert it into date and time, but there is a, yeah, this isn't complete. It is telling that there is an error over here. You see, if I hover my mouse, it says there is 1%. Yeah, there are 12 items that has error, or 1% of the data has error. So again, it is telling to remove error, keep duplicate, and so on. Again, I don't want to go that route. For that reason, I'm going to go back to say text, which it was originally, say replace current. I'm going to say yes. So this was the original one, but again, there is an error. So easy, simple. I'm going to split this column again. And yeah, just to explain why. So again, I want to split this into two items, which first one is the date and second one is the time. And if I quickly glance through this, I can see, you can see my mouse right cursor. Looks like there is a space. Yeah. So again, it starts with the date 2024-06-30, and then there is a space and time. So this time I can use the space as my delimiter, because it looks like that's the consistent entire for the entire column. So I'm going to click on the split column again, and again split by delimiter. And here I can see, yeah, instead of using select or enter delimiter, I can expand this custom and see select one. Yeah, so it's not a column. I'm looking for space. It's not a comma. It's not an equal sign. It's not a semicolon. It's a space. Yes, I'm going to select space. And again, I will use split at leftmost delimiter, meaning I'm asking this Power Query Editor to start looking from left, and as soon as it sees the first space, separate it out. Yeah, so separate by this delimiter, that is a space. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So awesome. I'm going to click OK. Excellent. Yeah, you see how systematically it's separated out into time 1.1.1 and time 1.2. Yeah, so this is awesome. Another step in the right direction. So yeah, this looks like, yeah, this is the final thing I'm looking at. So I'm going to select this entire thing, and looks like the data type for this time 1.1, it is still selecting as a text. I'm going to change it to date. It is asking me change column type. This selected column has an existing type conversion. Would you like to replace the existing, or do you want to add a new step? I'm going to say replace, because I'm confident. I know my data. I'm confident that is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to say replace the current. Excellent. Yeah, you see now it is written a date. Very good, very important step completed. Now the second one, looks like there is an error over here. So let's see. I'm going to see, yeah, this is time again. So I'm just still going to keep it as a time, and still the error exists. So I'm going to expand this. Yeah, load more. Oh, I know exactly. I spotted the problem. Yeah, you see, I'm seeing everything is time except this null part. Yeah, so I'm going to select all. Null. I'm going to select what are nulls. Yeah. Oh, so looks like there are a few handy ones which are problem. Yeah. So let's see what options I have. Again, I mean, this is yeah. As a business analyst, data analyst, you'll be facing these kind of issues. Yeah. And it looks like within time also there are errors like these. So now we have spotted those problems. Yeah. So I'm going to select all. Let's see what options we have over here. Choose columns, remove columns, no. Remove rows, remove. Yeah, keep rows, remove. No, again, that's not an option. Replace values. Maybe that's an option. Load more. The list may be incomplete expression. I will say, okay, well, this is not going to help me. Click OK. Well, I'm seeing this error bar over here, and that is telling me there are issues. If I go to all the way to the right, maybe it's not. Yeah, as of now I don't see that red color over here, which yeah, which is making me feel comfortable, more confident. So now I think, yeah, this part is solved. This part, when I select time, looks like it is time. This is a date, which is very correct. So I think, yeah, I'm good with this. The next piece, yeah, so let's quickly check. So for the tweet, the data type is text, which is correct. Here it's a whole number. I think it's correct. Yeah, it is correct. It's whole number. If it is not showing like text or any other type, meaning it's a correct one, duration or yeah, true, false, or so on. So this is a whole number, which is correct. Date correct. This is time correct. This is decimal number. Well, technically, I think I'm happy with it. I mean, it's as long as it is number is correct. Impressions. Maybe I will change it to whole. Yeah, let's use it as a whole number. It's not a big deal, but yeah, that's okay. This is also a whole number. I can see this is a fraction. So this is a decimal number. Yeah, that's correct. This whole number. I think if I quickly glance through, everything looks like a whole number to me. So let me quickly select each of them and see. Yeah, whole number. Whole number. Likes also whole number. Correct. 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 Whole number. Correct. Correct. Follows also whole number. Whole number. Whole number. And last, media engagements whole number. So this looks correct to me. Yeah. Oops. When I scroll through over here, it is telling me there are issues. So let's see what. Remove entry. Why would I remove empty? Okay. Let me try that. So if I say remove empty, awesome. It is doing something. If I go over here. Let's see what other options I have. Here also, if I say remove empty, rows in row 1 and row 2. Awesome. Press this. And just like, I'm doing trial and error, even you would have to do the same thing. So as of now, let's see if I make this bigger. I am not seeing that option of null, which is a positive sign for me. Here also. Oops, sorry. Oh, here there are null. Okay, sorry. Blanks. Okay, looks like there are blanks over here. I'm going to select remove empty. Awesome. Here also, maybe this there is a filter applied over here. That's the reason why it's not giving me all the option. If I take null, probably we couldn't parse the input product value. Okay, that's okay. I'm taking this fit off. Select all. So yeah, I'll just select that filter. Here also, I just say clear the filter. I do not want any filter. There are issues. So no issues here. Yeah, looks like there are nulls over here, and that is causing the problem. Well, let me see what I can do. Yeah, I'm clearing the filter. Let's see if I can load it. Yeah, because there are handful of cells which has issues. They are not like 100 and 200s and 500s. There are a handful. So I think I can live on it. Yeah. So let me see if I can save it. So close and apply. It is trying to do something. Load. Okay. So one of the loaded query has issue. Within social, yeah, I know. So there are 15 errors. So I think I'm fine with it. And again, in the real world, when you are processing data, this is a very common issue you will face. So again, as long as you know you can do this, you are all good. So with that said, I'm going to say close. And this time you see what happened. Previously, I didn't see, this option wasn't expandable. And again, there are two of these, yeah. So time and 1.1 and time 1.2. I definitely know I'm going to use this time 1.1. And again, I'm getting this hierarchy, which is a positive sign over here. I'm getting by year, quarter, month, and day. And the second part is my time if required. Yeah. So let's save this. But yeah, we are headed in the right direction. Awesome. So after fixing the date issue, the data issue, after transforming it into the right format, let's see. So as we discussed, you can see this time 1.1 and time 1.2 newly added to categories. So again, we won't be using time 1.2 for now. The main category of interest is this time 1.1, and you can see a drill down arrow has been created over here. So I will expand this. Within that, I'm going to still drill down, yeah, as per the date hierarchy. And again, I can see this text is not fully visible. So I will just readjust this size so that I can read it. Yeah. So again, this date hierarchy has been added. So awesome. This is exactly what I was looking for. So I'll expand this piece also. And you can see the hierarchy drill down is based on year on the top level, quarters on the second, month on the third and day. Yeah, so again, here I'm only looking for the month level. So I'll be selecting month. Yeah, so for doing that, let's first begin with a slicer. Yeah, so again, I'll select somewhere in the canvas page of the dashboard, and then I am adding a slicer. Awesome, this slicer has been added. Again, we did this before, but again, I deleted when we were about to yeah, sort the transform data thing. So now this has been added, and while this is selected, I am going to select month. Awesome. So it is yeah, showing me this filter slicer and several options. So let me change it to from this display vertically to the drop down menu. Yeah, for doing that, I'll select this. I'll make sure sorry, not January, but I'll make sure this whole box is selected. Then I will go to my format here, visual. Then within the slicer settings, you can see options, style. This is vertical list I'm seeing. I will change it to drop down. Yeah, so awesome. So again, it is giving me this drop down list. So this is exactly what I wanted. Then I will shrink it down where I can see, yeah, just one, and maybe this is too long. So I'll shrink it down a little bit. Then I'm moving it next to my header over here. And now, yeah, let's match up with the gray color that we have been working on the formatting part. So for that, while this is selected, I am going to go into the visualization, format your visual, general, and effects. Within effects, there is this color, background color. I'm going to change it to this first one, white 10% darker, and transparency as 60%, enter, so that this color is matched with the base color that we had. So awesome, even this task is completed. I'm going to save it. Again, have a habit of frequently saving your file. Then yeah, this is the filter. Next, I'm going to add the month, the card. So make sure you are clicking somewhere in the canvas of the dashboard, this white space. Then card, a card visual has been added. I will shrink it down. Let's move it somewhere over here. And here I'm going to add the count of tweets. Yeah, so while this is selected, I will go back to my data pane, and all the way down there is this something called as tweet. I'm going to select it. Yeah, currently it will show me whatever by default value it is taking. And then I will go within this build visual field tweet, and I'm going to change this to count. Yeah, so yeah, let's change it to count. And currently it is showing me the count of all the tweets for the entire year. Yeah, so again, all is selected. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing over here. Let's make some changes. And again, well, in the main dashboard, I think I selected June. So let's match up. So June, I'm seeing there were 223 number of tweets. So yeah, that's the number we are getting. So I will click outside, and yeah, it's June, 223 number of tweets. Other thing is, yeah, let's fix this title over here. So let's call it as a tweet count or tweet hash number. So for that, I'll select this. Yeah, in the fields, you can see this count of tweet. So I will make this bigger and say remove for this visual, or sorry, rename for this visual. And then I'm going to edit this. So tweet count, sorry, count of tweet. Oh, I think I didn't apply. No worries. Yeah, let's do it one more time. See, count of tweet. So instead of that, I'm going to say tweet, COUNT. I'm going to press enter. Awesome, tweet count is there. Or let me use symbol. Yeah, so hash. Another idea, different idea. So tweet hash or tweet number, tweet count. So enter. Excellent. Yeah, so again shrunk. And now let's get the same background gray color. So I'm going to go to my format here, visual, general, effects, background color, white 10% darker, and transparency is 60, enter. Awesome. So this piece is completed. Oh, I think in my dashboard I have made this bold. So let's do that. So that should be in your visual callout value, bold. Perfect. Yeah, this is bolden. So this is perfect. Great. Even this visual is completed, which is a link to your slicer option over here. Now I'm going to select this and say Control C on my keyboard and paste it 3 times. Control V, Control V, Control V. I will move, yeah, those extra copied ones, particularly below this. Yeah. Keep this spacing, maybe move this a little bit down, move this a little bit down, move this a little bit down. And let me use that auto alignment feature. So I'm going to select 1, hit Control on my keyboard, 2, 3, 4, then go to Format, and in this Align tab, I'm going to select Distribute Vertically. Yeah, so it will auto adjust so that the spacing is equal. So perfect. This is looking good. I'm going to save it. Now the next KPI is this one. We will change it to average impressions. So for that, I'm going to select this box of KPI, remove the tweet count, and select the average impression. So let's find where is the impression. Yeah, here is the impression. So why is this is selected? I'm going to select impressions. Great. And currently it's showing me the sum of impressions. So I'm going to change it, expand this and say average. Excellent. This is looking very good. And let me change this to say instead of average of impressions, I'm going to say average impressions. So I will capitalize I, average impressions, and press enter. Great. I'll take away the decimal. Maybe in this case, I don't need to go to that level of precision. So for that, call out, bold, everything is good. See decimal places. So I'm going to say 0, enter. Perfect. So we have 595 average impressions in the month of June. Excellent. Now let's go to the next one. So the third KPI in this series of 4, this will be our average engagement rate. So for doing that, I will select this, go back to the main visualization, and here I will remove the tweet count, and let's go to the average engagement rate. Yeah, so again you can see this engagement rate. So while this is selected, I'm going to select engagement rate. Excellent. Yeah, so currently I'm seeing the sum of engagement rate. So I'm going to change that and make this bigger in the field and say average. Awesome. And for you, this might not look 3.46%. So if that happens, let's do this. Yeah, let's go to your table view. We'll be seeing the entire data over here. And then what you have to do here is, for you, this will be still in terms of fractions. So it won't be percentage. Yeah. So I recommend you do this. Select this entire engagement rate field. The entire thing will get selected. Then, yeah, while this is selected, let's change this to table view, column table. Yeah. So go to your column tools, and in this format, for you, it might be like general. Yeah, yeah, exactly. This is exactly how it will look for you. It will be more of a general or just a number with decimal. So change it to percentage. Yeah. So this is another exercise for you to change the data type within your the sheet that has been uploaded, connected, and it is pulling the data from. Then let's go to your report view. Now you should be able to see this 3.46%. Yeah. So now let's change this name to average engagement rate. So instead of yeah, it's a small change. So I'm going to double click on here, and then instead of average of engagement rate, I'm going to remove of. Let's capitalize engagement, and the last one, that is rate, and enter. Awesome. This is looking great. Now the last one among this set of 4 KPIs, this will be your media engagement. Yeah. So I'm going to select this box, go to my field, remove, and let's select the field that says media engagement. So awesome. Currently it is again showing me the sum of media engagement in the month of June. Well, we can keep it sum, but yeah, let's go with average. And again, you as a data analyst will be making that call. For me, I'll go with this. Yeah, I think 12.98, so almost 13 looks good to me. I'm going to save this. And average media engagement. Does it make sense to use fraction? Maybe not at this time. So let me change it to, yeah, let's go to call out value. So within format, your visual call out value, decimal places, let's use 0. Awesome. Let's go with the whole number for now. Everything else, yeah, I think let's change this name. Instead of a longer name, just say media engagement. So I'm going to take this away, average of media engagement away, and let's capitalize M and E, media engagements. Press enter. Awesome. Yeah, so next set of 4 visuals are also ready. Next, I'm going to insert an area chart. So click on here, chart gets inserted. So I'm going to drag, resize it somewhere over here. Right next to the very first visual we created, that is the card. Then I'm going to select time 1.1. It automatically gets added to your x-axis. In my y-axis, I'm going to add this tweet. I'm going to drag it into the y-axis portion over here. Great. Currently, I'm seeing a dot. Then, yeah, not here, but within the x-axis. Yeah, so I'm just going to select this. And I'm within this x-axis, I'm going to expand time 1.1, make it bigger. Currently, the date hierarchy is selected. I'm going to select time 1.1. Great, I'm seeing this chart. So technically, we are seeing this tweet behavior within this month of June. Yeah, which is directly related to this. So indirectly, I do not need any of this text or anything on the y-axis, x-axis, as well as these numbers. So my next task would be to get rid of these. So for that, let's go to formatting. Here in the general, let me remove this piece. So title, I'm going to remove. Awesome, title is gone. Now let's go into the x-axis and y-axis. You can see these values. Let me take it off. Awesome, x-axis values gone. Then I'm going to make this smaller. Minimize the x-axis. Let's go to the y-axis. Here also I'm going to take the values gone, as well as the title that is saying count of tweet. I will take those also away. Excellent. So technically this is looking good. Now let's fix the background color to the standard gray we have been using. So I'll go to general. While this is selected, effects, color, same. The first, that is white, 10% darker, and within the transparency, I'm going to make it 60%. Awesome. So this visual also created. I'll leave a little bit gap over here. So move slightly. Yeah, I think this is good for now. We'll do a final alignment of all these gaps and so on later on when we have all the visuals plotted within this dashboard. So I think I'm good for now. So yeah, moving. Then I'm going to copy this and paste it 3 more times right next to this, and this. So Control C while this is selected on my keyboard. Then Control V1, Control V2, Control V3. So 3 more of the same replicates have been created. Then realigning these. This also realigning. Great. Next, let's go ahead and fix these 3 area graphs with respect to the average impressions, average engagement rate, and media engagement. So first I'm selecting the second area graph, removing the count of tweet. And here, like we said, we are looking at average impressions. So I'm going to go to the impressions, drag it. Oh, sorry, I need to remove the existing y-axis count of tweets. So I'm removing it, then dragging impressions into my y-axis. Currently it is showing me sum of impressions. I'll be consistent with the average term. So let's go ahead, expand this and change it to average. Great. So awesome. You can see the average impression behavior for the month of June over here. There is something going on around June 11th because it has the highest, and again it has extremely high impression. Again, that's a good observation. Among the 590, I will say on this single day, there was this highest one. Then next, let's fix the next one, which is average engagement rate. So I'm going to select this graph. I'm going to remove this thing again, and let's select engagement rate. Yeah, so average engagement rate. So let's go here. Yeah, here is the engagement rate. I'm going to drag it to my y-axis. Currently, it is showing me the sum of engagement rate. I'm going to change it to average. Awesome. So now you can see much more granular level on each day average engagement rate. So you can see sometime around this period, June 8th and June 11th, there were the engagement rates were high. I will say highest and second highest. Yeah, these 2 days respectively. So again, some activity going on. That's good to know. Now let's fix the last among these visuals area graph. So select this last area graph we created. Let's remove the count of tweet and let's add the media engagement. Yeah, So the media engagement, let's add it to the y-axis. Currently it is sum of media engagement. I'm going to change it to average again. So awesome. Here also we can see the highest engagement rate is on June 11th, second highest being towards the end, June 26th, and third highest is June 7th. So definitely around something going on over here. This is a good observation. And again, this is a very good practice for you as an end user perspective and data analyst perspective. So again, whichever KPIs we select and whichever visuals we select are very important to decide, why we are selecting each of these KPIs and the related ones as well. But at the same time, where to place it, how to place it, how to present it, and how to format it is also one important lesson that you are learning through this exercises when we are creating all these different dashboards. Yeah, so let's go ahead and save this as well. Next, we are going to insert this clustered bar chart. So let's click somewhere on this white canvas of the dashboard and select clustered bar chart. It gets inserted over here. Then I'm going to squeeze it a little bit inward. I think, yeah, maybe half of this. So maybe this is good. And I'm going to drag this down for now. I think, yeah, let's drag until here. Then on this clustered bar graph, I'm going to add the tweets. Yeah. So again, I'm selecting tweets. It got added to the y-axis. That's exactly what I'm wanting. And the next part is number of URL clicks. Yeah. So I'm going to drag this in my x-axis. Great. By default, I'm getting some of these. Let's see if this is what I'm wanting. 57. Yeah. Technically this is what I'm wanting. So let's go ahead and fix the format. Again, I'm seeing all of these so far that was shown within this text over here. You see on the XTeam very first column tweet. So that's what exactly I'm seeing, all of them. And again, I'm only needing the top 10. For that, I'll be applying the filters. So while this is selected, I'm going to expand the filters. And currently here it's showing that it's filtering sum of all URL clicks and the current condition is all. So I'm going to expand this. For the tweets, I'm going to make this bigger. Then currently the filter type is basic filtering. I'm going to change this, say top N. When I do that, the window pattern changes and it shows show items top what. So I'm going to say top 10. Still our task is not completed. So top 10 by value. So which values? So these are the number of URL clicks. So I'm going to drag the URL clicks into my by value and I'm going to apply. Awesome. Yeah. So now I'm going seeing the top 10. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Yeah. So again, this task is more or less completed. Now our next thing is to format it, which is also a very important lesson while you're dealing with the visualization as a business analyst, data analyst. So looking at this, maybe we don't, these are kind of self-explanatory. So again, we'll change the title to the top 10 test. So again, let's fix this. Yeah. So title. So I'm going to go, while this is selected, I'm going to go to this format your visual, general, title, expand this, and let's change this to top 10 tweets by URL clicks. Awesome. Yeah, great. Then I'm going to center it. So yeah, this is looking correct to me. Maybe I'll make it bolder as well. Awesome, looking great. And currently it is telling me it is, oh no, it's centered. Horizontal alignment. Oh yeah, now it is centered. Previously it was left. So this is looking great. Anything I need to change? Maybe these are the key KPIs. That's why I'm keeping it black. Maybe for this, maybe these are, yeah, this is just a header of one of the KPIs and graph is here. This horizontal bar graphs are your key, I will say, information points. So maybe let me change this text color to say maybe dark gray. I think dark gray looks good. So they clearly separate that, the dark black are the main KPIs and this is just a header. That's what I'm trying to mean by this. So that is done. I'm going to collapse this part. Now let's fix. Maybe I can see that these are tweets. These are the title also says the top 10 tweets by URL click. So maybe I don't need these two. So let me take care of those. I'm going to go to the visual and within my y-axis, I'm going to expand my y-axis and here it says title. I'm going to remove it. Excellent. Then yeah, you see I'm seeing a part of the tweet heading, right? And I know, I mean, these headings are very longer in our data itself, so maybe showing the whole thing might not be a good thing, but maybe let me try to maximize this. So for that, since I'm in the y axis value field, you can see the current maximum bit I'm seeing is 25%. Let me try to expand it and see if it gets better. Awesome. Yeah, this is much better. 39, 40, 45. Yeah, I think these are good. Maybe small, I think 43, or let's use a whole number, say 45. No, well, fraction of 5. So let's settle on maximum width of 45. This is looking great. Now you see this. Well, yeah, let's fix the this part. So let's take this away because the header says, yeah, top 10 tweets by URL clicks. Yeah. So again, this is not needed. So I'm going to collapse my y-axis, expand my x-axis. Values, yeah, let me take it off. Oh no, not the values, but yeah, the title. Yeah, so again, this is gone. I will keep the values. I think this is explanatory. Or maybe let's try. In fact, we can add a header, like, yeah, data label over here. That will make our life even more easier, straightforward. So yeah, I am taking the values off, meaning the graph part. So taking it off, and yeah, data label. Let's add and see how. Oh, awesome! This is looking great. So just by looking at highest is by this, highest tweet is this, and yeah, the URL clicks are 57, next one is 31, and so on. And these are top 10. This is looking great. Yeah, this is taken care. Yeah, I think this whole graph is ready. Now let's yeah, match up our color with the Twitter blue color. So for that, let's go to the bars. Yeah, so within visual, while this is selected, let's go to this bars. Currently it's by default blue selected. I'll go to more colors, and again I will within this hex I'm going to change Control V. So that's the this color we have. Looks like it has taken effect. So I'm going to click outside. Awesome. Yeah, this looks great. Maybe in the 60% we had used was for this gray color. Let me try maybe 10%. Much better. This is also, let's see, for this what we had used. Yeah, it's the same thing. In fact, yeah, let's not use 10% then. Going back, yeah. So again, let's use 0. Let's use standard blue color. So this is exactly this blue color and this blue color. So again, that's matching with our Twitter blue color. So this part is also completed. Now let's change the background, yeah, to this gray. So for that, minimize, collapse this, and then I'm going to go to the general effects, background color, white 10% darker, and transparency, let's make it 60%. Awesome. This is also looking great. So technically even this visual is completed. I'll place next to it. I'll try to match it up. For now, I think this is a good place for it. So I'm going to save it. Make sure you frequently save in case your computer crashes or your Power BI app crashes. You don't want to lose everything that you have done. So I'm saving it again. For the next visual, I'm going to copy this exact chart. So select it, Control C on my keyboard and Control V, and just drag it to the right side. I think, yeah, I'm happy with the width right now. So this is looking great. By doing this, we don't have to do all the cumbersome activity to recreate all the formatting. So yeah, the formatting is transferred. And here we are technically going to create this clustered column chart for the tweet by weekdays. Yeah. So again, if we check our data, we do not have any single column that has a weekday. So for that reason, we are going to go in our this table view and create a weekday. And this is another very important lesson for you. In case you have uploaded the data, you have already started drawing your dashboard, and you are towards the end of the dashboard, and then you realize there are some things missing on, or maybe your boss comes in and say there's some, you need to add few more columns and calculations or whatnot. You still have a chance. Yeah, so technically everything that you have done is not wasted yet. So this is an exercise for that. So as we have saved this, let's go to our table view, and let's go to our table view. So again, within any of these columns, like I said, we do not have anything that is called as a weekday. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how to create that. For that, Yeah, let's go to the extreme end, and you can see like the time 1.1 and 1.2 is something we created in between while we were in our dashboard creation mode, and that's the reason why they are like automatically placed on the last one. Yeah, so go to the extreme right, then maybe you are seeing this home tab. Please go to your uh, new column. Yeah, please go to your table tool. In fact, you can stay here as well. You can see this new column is the same thing. But yeah, I mean, I prefer going here in the table tools while I'm in the table view. And while I'm here, I'm going to add this same new column. And as soon as I do that, you can see a new column has been added. And this equation bar or this DAX bar, data analysis expression bar, is activated, and it is asking me what should be the entities of these column. Yeah, so technically right now it's all empty, and there has to be something. So for that, again, I have copy pasted this thing, but yeah, this is exactly what. Oh, I think I clicked something. Okay, yeah, coming back. So technically, I have provided this DAX command to you, so you can just within our Canvas assignment. Yeah, you can just copy paste, Control C, select the entire column thing, and Control V. Oh, sorry, entire column thing and say Control V. Or I can run you through how this works. And this is exactly like the equation builder, or the equations that we solve using our Excel. So this is same as that. Yeah. So again, maybe I just backspace everything. So for this column, while I'm in this DAX bar or the equation bar, I'll start typing it. Let's call it as a weekday, W-E-E-K-D, weekday equals to. Then I'm going to use this command format, F-O-R-M-A-T. And while I start typing, Power BI, this equation editor, will start suggesting me, and I will recommend you guys to pick the suggested one. So even if I have tried the right one, I will go with what is recommended. I'll select format. Then the next part, so format within what? So when I select format, it is telling the syntax for format command is that first you have to enter the value, then what is the format, and then what is the local name. So for that, for the value element, I'm going to start typing SOC, the name of the file. Yeah, so again, it automatically identified the social media. So that's what I'm going to select. I'm going to select this part. Then I'm going to start with a bracket. And when I start with the bracket, it is giving me some possible options. Yeah. So as soon as I started with this bracket, again, there are possible options are given. So I'll slowly scroll down, and you see this time 1.1, right? This is exactly this column. So I'll select that. And like I always say, I recommend you all to select what is the suggestions given by the DAX. So this is the one I'm selecting. So social media 1.1. Once done, it is accepting it. Then it is asking me the next part, that is the local name, should be in this format. So again, comma, either date, day, month number, quarter, and so on. So I'll say start like they say. I will just select this comma day, because that's what I am looking for. And within that day, let's see what happens if I execute day. Because I have used DDD, but let's see what happens. If I execute this, once I enter everything, when I say check mark, let's see what I'm getting over here. If I don't get the day, maybe I'll go back and change it. So I'm going to select this. Let's see what it does. Oh no, it's giving error. That's what was expected. So no worries at all. I already knew it. So again, I'm going to go back. Oops, looks like it has taken dot day. Maybe that's the reason why. So let me change it to comma. Well, my gut feeling says it still won't work. So let me execute it. Still error expected. So let's not go by that. Let's go by the actual syntax. So everything correct until here. I'm going to say comma, and then I'm going to start with the inverted commas and type TDD, meaning the 3-letter name of the day, and close. And then I'm going to close the bracket. So this is looking good to me. I'm going to execute it, and let's see what happens. Oh, awesome. As soon as I did this, started with week equals to format, social media, time 1.1, bracket close, comma, quotes, inverted commas, DDD, close inverted commas, close the bracket, execute. I'm getting the weekday. Yeah, so this is awesome. I think we completed. And I'm going to say this again. Now let's go back into our report view after adding this weekday in our table view. Go to the report view. Now you can see this weekday has been added. So another very important step we created over here. Yeah, and you see, right, again, I'm repeating, you see what we did, right? There was no weekday. And again, when you are working as an analyst or maybe senior level analyst or who know, manager and so on, you might be given this challenge. While in between your dashboard, you remember that something is missing. This is the way you can still go and add. And as long as you execute, it will be automatically updated over here. And then make sure you save it so that none of your work is lost in case Power BI shuts off. So this is completed now. So now the next piece is I'm going to select this. And technically on my axis, yes, the y-axis, I want this to be the weekday. And sorry, x-axis, I want this to be the weekday and on my y-axis, I want this to be the tweet, yeah, count of the tweet. Yeah, so first let's fix this title over here so that we know what we are looking at. So I'll go to, so while this is selected, I will go to format your visual, general, title, select all and say tweet number, TWEET count. That's what we are using, count number or hash by weekday. DAY. Awesome. Yeah, the name has applied. This is looking great. So now I'll go back over here and not in general over here. Yeah. So I will remove this tweet from the y-axis and drag this weekday in my y-axis. Awesome. Oops, I think it should be. Oh yeah, I know what happened. Technically, we are using this clustered bar chart. We want the clustered column chart. So while this is selected, I will change this to clustered column chart. So awesome. Yeah, this is the right orientation. Perfect. So at least this part we got, and currently it is showing me the sum of clicks, and that's not what I want. I want the count of tweets. Yeah, tweet count. Yeah. So I'll take this off and I will drag this tweet into here. And yeah, it is tweet count weekday, correct. Monday, Tuesday, and count of tweet. Let's see. Count. What if I go with distinct? Oops, no. Yeah, I think this is correct. Count is correct. So tweet by weekday, Monday. Yeah, I think it's going by the Pareto. And the next part is, oh, I know. Yeah, so here it's still applying the filter over here, which I do not want. So I will take this filter away. I will, yeah, just remove this filter away. Awesome. Yeah. So technically I do not want any filter. So again, here I am seeing on Sunday I have 67, Saturday I have 39. Yeah, correct. Great. Yeah, this is looking great. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 7 days are there. And each day, what are the number? Maybe on the weekend, there is a tendency of highest number of tweet, and followed by second highest on, Saturday, the other weekday, and then Wednesday is the highest and so on. So yeah, again, this is as per the data. So technically we completed this visual as well. Next, the final visualization, that is the media views versus media engagement. I think it is very important chart and information for us to know. So let's get started with the clustered column chart. Yeah, so I'm going to click on here and then I'm going to use this entire space. So yeah, drag it and try to fit into the best I can. Yeah, this is looking great. And the next one, yeah, let's drag the right parameters over here, or the data columns over here. So for the very first, yeah, so for the x-axis, I'm going to drag the day into my x-axis. Awesome. And in my y-axis, yeah, so I'm going to drag the media views. So I see this media view, I'm going to drag it into my y-axis. I'm also going to drag the media engagement, yeah, below the media views. So again, within my y-axis, there are two entities. So awesome, this is looking great. Yeah, so this is yeah, as per the day. Yeah, perfect for the month of June. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and finish our formatting. The very first is, let's fix the title to the right one. So I'm going to, while this is selected, I'm going to my format your visual, general, title. Yeah, let's say media views, MEDIA VIEWS versus media engagement, MEDIA engagement. Perfect. This is looking great. And I'm going to center it. Looking great. I'm going to bolden it. Yeah, make it bold. Awesome. And you see, let's match with this color over here. So instead of text color, this one, I'm going to use this. Awesome. So that we are aligned with these two. Yeah, chart as well. The next part is my legend. Let's fix those. So I'm going to minimize this. Let's see, where is the legend? Tooltips. Type report type. No text. Guess not. No worries. We'll get back on that portion. Yeah, and the background as well at the last. Yeah, here is your legend. So top left, let's center it. Yeah, let's try top center. Okay, looking great. And the titles for the scene, let's shorten it again. Let's take the sum. We already know it's a sum of media views and media engagement. So let's fix those. So I'm going to go over here. Instead of sum of media views, I'm just going to say, and here also sum of media engagements. Awesome. Great. Now, like the previous charts as well, we do not need the title over here, and also the numbers over here. So for that, while this is selected, I'm going to go here. Intelligent data labels. Let's start data label, how they look like. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this view of data labels, so I'll keep it. Column zoom. Yeah, let's fix the axis. Yeah, so again, values. I do not want, since I have these data labels, I do not want these values and these values. So I'll take this away. I also don't want the title on my x-axis, so I'll take this away. See, I'm collapsing the x-axis. Same is the y. I already know what these numbers are, so I do not need this. So for the y-axis, title is gone and label is gone. Perfect. This looks much more cleaner and obvious. Now the next piece is, yeah, let's fix the color. So since we are using this shade of Twitter blue color, and this looks very dark, so let's fix those also. So looks like we have to not, yeah, columns. We have to go into the columns. So, well, not the right one. Let's go back. Border layout, not the layout. Columns, data labels, horizontal. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Plot and background area, no. Data label, no. Zoom ins, no. Grid line, no. Let's try the general data format, tool tips, alternate effects. Tips, no. I mean, these have to be there. Some coming back, alternate text, data format, no. Shadow, visual border, background, no. Title properties, padding, advanced, guess not here. Maybe in the visual, I think it's in the visual. Let's go access. Maybe, I don't know. Legends, top center, nope. Let's collapse this so that we can, it's much more cleaner. Let's change the column, I guess. Yeah, color, perfect. But again, for some reason, this isn't being displayed. That's the issue. Border, bars, data labels. I'm looking for something called as bars. Must be here. Horizontal, vertical, auto, background, no. Correct. Looks correct. That shouldn't be that difficult. Maybe it's looking much more complicated, but yeah, technically it's a straightforward thing. no worries. Yeah, let's go back and fix the background color over here. Let's use our standard gray and transparency to 60%. This is looking great. This is good, everything good except this color. And again, I'm very determined. I'm going to solve it. Now for that, this is an issue you might run into, but again, shouldn't be a major problem. Data format in general, effects, tooltips, data format. No, let's go to individual ones here. So again, in the columns, so currently it's showing all. So let me go over media views. Awesome. Yeah, here you go. Got it. So let's keep this as is. Color, let's change the one which is darker to media engagement. So again, this is dark blue. And again, let's check for the previous one, media view. Looks like it is this color. I'm going to the media engagement, which is dark blue color. So instead of this color, let's try a lighter shade. Awesome. You can see a level of differentiation. Again, it's both are the shades of blue and there is a differentiation. So again, this is, yeah, I'm happy about it. Something more. Let's we try to go and make it much more precise to our Twitter blue color. Copy, take it my other screen, move it. Not this, but the media views. It's certainly this blue color. Let's get to our Twitter blue color. Let's try to be precise, highly precise. So yeah, still a good differentiation. Yeah. So again, one of them is this, one of them is this, and these are distinct. So technically, looks like this dashboard. I mean, this visual is also completed. Anything else remaining? Awesome. So this is on one side, and again we have ample space here. Let's see if I center it out. Yeah. So instead of using this, yeah, looks good. And in fact, this is on one whole side. Let's save it. Let's minimize this also. So we have enough space out here. Great. So this is for the month of June. January, it looks like, yeah, there is no data for January. February, March, April, June. June, there is data. This is what we built up everything upon. Awesome. In July, this is the state. August, this is the current state, number of tweets, September, and so on. Looks like there is high activity in November. Maybe it's early, and maybe 2024 November, December haven't occurred, so there is no data. Maybe October there is partial, September here. So awesome. Technically, based on whatever data set we had, we have built our visual. By that, we have created this. And I'm repeating again, like whenever there is missing data, it will show all blanks. Maybe there was something, maybe the data file that I have, there was no activity. Maybe I was completely inactive, or maybe the user was completely inactive during those months. And starting from June, maybe they activated. And this is the status. I changed it to July. This is the activity number of tweets in July, 312. Average impression 1K, average engagement rate 3.6, media engagement 163, and top 10 tweets, yeah, by day. Suddenly something happened over here in the month of July. Maybe there was an investigation because media view versus engagement. Only this portion is significantly high. Then in August, yeah, this is the status. September, this is the status. October, this is the status. November, yeah, maybe 2024 November hasn't arrived yet, so no activity data and so on. And again, there are ways you can make it real time. Yeah, like yeah, you can directly connect it through various data sources, direct databases as well, and so on. So again, that is a provision you can make. So once this is done, yeah, like please go ahead and make sure you save it and get a screenshot of this, submit a screenshot at the same time, publish it. So this is how you will be publishing it. Click over here. Currently, I'm using my workspace. Select, it will do the connection, and then it will open a browser version of the same. And again, there are a few students who have asked me this question about publishing. They were having issues because of the student version of Power BI versus my faculty version of Power BI. And again, if you want to share these charts with your colleagues and so on, there are a few ways. So again, this is the web version. Again, it has been published on my web. So if you want to share in the limited license, not the type of license I am having, but in limited license, if you want to share, I think this is the way. Go to PowerPoint. This will still be dynamic. And again, it is asking me embed live data. Yeah, everything should be checked. All I'll do is copy this link and paste it, share with whoever you want. Highly likely they will be able to see and they will be able to apply the filters and so on. So this is my web version. And I think, yeah, by doing this, we have completed this assignment. I hope you guys enjoyed doing this social media Twitter analysis dashboard. And more or less, this is the type of data you will be dealing with while dealing with or creating social media type of dashboard. I think there was a demand from one of the students. That's why I created this assignment. Shortly in couple days. So today is Monday. In a couple days, by Wednesday, I will be posting one more social media dashboard. Probably I'll be picking either LinkedIn or Facebook, maybe LinkedIn because that's more professional. Still working on it. Yeah, give me like few hours. I'll be ready with that as well. But yeah, these two assignments will be very helpful for you to get an understanding about how you analyze the social media data. Technically, first is like the data source. Then how do you plan for the KPI? In this case, I've given you some examples of count, impressions, engagement, and media engagement, as well as the top 10 by day, yeah, top 10 or top tweets by weekday, and media views versus engagement rate, and so on. So yeah, you should be using similar guidelines while creating if you're in this field of social media analytics and so on. And again, usually what I say is, work out with your team. Usually the directions must come from your bosses and teams, and review with them before you actually create your entire dashboard. Yeah. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed learning about this dashboard, social media dashboard. Thank you so much for your time, attention. You guys are doing really well. Please keep up your focus and continue with the hard work for the rest of the semester as well. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day.